Thank you for watching Dream Chasers Nashville. I'm your co-host, Karah Jennings.
I'm Jordan Carter.
And we're here today with our buddy, Adam McPhaill, but we're getting to shoot in our friend Robert Burgess's awesome studio called House of Music. So follow Robert Burgess online. And Adam, we appreciate you stopping by today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, it's good to see you again, buddy. I know we had some fun down there at Piranhas
Sure
at the
did.
Writers' Room. That was a
Yeah.
good night.
I know, that was so much fun. And Audience Company Nashville organized that. We need to
They're
give a shout out to
incredible.
Zach Roberts and Mama Sue and Carrie Lewicka. I mean, they do a great job, don't they?
Incredible.
Yeah.
I was so happy to be a part of it and then to meet you all.
I
Yeah.
know. We're so lucky that happened. Our paths crossed. But
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun down there for sure. So we'll get right into it, man. So where are you from? What brought you to, I guess, Nashville and got you all started in music?
Yeah, so originally I'm from Kentucky, a small town, Russellville, Kentucky, like population 5,000, I don't know.
That's cool.
And so growing up, there really wasn't a huge music scene, which was kind of unfortunate. But I was really active in like our church choir. So that's kind of the outlet that I was given to be able to sing. I mean, since I was probably 5 years old. So just growing up singing in church, and then when I graduated high school, I tried to go to college. It really wasn't for me. I mean, everyone has their thing. It just wasn't for me. And I knew that after that, I had to be in Nashville. Like, if I was going to write songs and I was going to sing and I was going to do this for real, I needed to move. And so I did. And it was kind of tough because I got a job here and in retail and wasn't making any money and was in a 1-bedroom apartment living by myself in this huge new city in comparison to Russellville.
Yeah.
And so I really didn't know what I was doing. I just knew that I had to be out of small town if I was going to do anything.
And we're so happy that you moved here.
Yeah.
Nashville thanks you. I'm from
Yeah.
here, so we're so glad because you're a great asset here, and I love having just your awesome personality. You're like a light, you're just like such a happy person. How do you stay so like happy and positive, because the industry can
I just feel like
take that away.
I just feel like because who wants to be around somebody that's just depressing and sad and angry all the time?
Jordan does.
Yeah. I like those
She
people.
really enjoys depression. No, so I just try and make people happy, and that's just something I've always been doing.
Yeah, well, something that
That's
made me
awesome.
happy was before I ever met you in person, I watched you on American Idol, and I was one of your groupies. You're so talented. And then once we met, I went back and I was like YouTubing and watching online. But you did a great job. But tell us a little bit about like how'd you get the nerve to like even audition, and what was the experience like?
Yeah, well, I wasn't gonna do it because they did this new thing the season that I was on there.
Which is what season?
Season 12. And so they did this new thing where they sent these tour buses around to all of these smaller towns. So Bowling Green, Kentucky was one of them. And I was up there and it was like cloudy and looked like it was about to rain, and there was a line of like 2,500 people, and I was late because I overslept, which is typical. And so I got there and I was at the like back of the line, and it looked like it was about to downpour, and I was like, called my mom, I was like, I'm coming home. I'm not going to stand in this line for nothing. And she was like, you're not coming home. You're going to sit in that line and you're going to audition.
Yeah.
And I tend to do what my mom asked me to do.
I was gonna say, excuse me to interrupt you, but behind every like talented person is like a pushy mom. Like
Absolutely.
that's what we need.
Momager.
Yeah, thank
that's
you for
what
those
they
pushy moms. Yeah, momager.
So I stuck it out and I auditioned and I made it through, and like little known back secret, I guess, is that you have like 5 auditions before you actually have like the audition in front of the judges for the actual show.
I never knew that.
Yeah. So I had a long journey just to even make it to Hollywood. We had to drive back and forth to Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and had multiple auditions there, and then finally in front of the judges and made it through and went to Hollywood and did Hollywood Week, and really made it like just into the first part of Hollywood Week, and
Which is impressive.
well, yeah, and it's a TV show, and they're looking for specific things, and that's awesome, and I don't hold any grudges at all because I met some incredible people that ended up moving to Nashville, and we're still friends today. So it was, to me, it was all worth it.
Oh yeah. Well,
Yeah,
listen. By
that's so
season 12, the competition is so crazy steep. To make it to Hollywood Week, right, is impressive.
Yeah, I would imagine so, man. That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
definitely
Thank you so
awesome.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's the thing too, man. I know, yeah, I had a lot of ups and stuff like that, with American Idol and, cutting albums and things like that. I guess, what was some of the things, like struggles and things along those lines throughout your career so far?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, when I first moved here was probably the biggest struggle, just because I didn't really have a ton of money, and so thankfully my mom pushing me from from the back again is like, here's some extra rent money, here's some groceries. Honestly, had I not had her, I don't know what I would have done, because she was there to help me get through some really tough times. So thankfully I had her, and she helped me make it through.
Yeah, that's awesome too, especially when you have that family support behind you. It really does mean a lot too. I know you was talking about singing at churches, and did your family sing with you and stuff in churches?
No, it's really weird. I'm the only singer in my entire family. I don't really know how it happened, but I do. Like, my brother and my dad both play the guitar, and they played in the church as well. So they're musically talented with the guitar, just not with singing. So that's I guess that's how I got my in the church.
Wow.
And what about on the flip side? You told us about some of the challenges, the negative part. And what about on the positive side? Some of the things, maybe did you feel like you had some good experiences in the business?
Yeah. So really, and it's just this past year, I've been in Nashville for going on 4 years now, and really until this past year, I'd kind of struggled to kind of find my place in town, and I was thankful enough to meet a guy named Austin Evans, and him and his wife opened up a 24-hour songwriter space on Music Row. And they literally just have this building. You have an app on your phone that will let you in at any time throughout the night. And when I joined their organization, the workshop is what it's called, I met so many writers. I mean, probably 15 new writers just in the past year that have just opened my eyes to, new songs, new writing partners. I mean, new shows just from meeting these people. So honestly, I can't say thank you to them enough, because that's kind of what has kind of pushed me throughout this past year.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, that was really cool. And I know you got a song you probably want to do today, but one I heard the other night. It was really cool, man. I heard you do it down at Piranha's. Was I think a song called "No Parachute"?
Yeah.
Man, we'd love to hear that.
Yeah,
I know. I'm so glad you played that. That was awesome at Piranha's.
Yeah, awesome
it
song.
was such a good time. Yeah, I can definitely play it, and it'll be on the album as well.
Cool.
Spin this around here. Feels like I'm flying about 100 miles a minute, like a kamikaze pilot headed straight for you. And I can't slow down this beating in my chest, like a cardiac arrest straight out of the blue. But if it turns out fate has different plans, I'll understand, 'cause right now I get high off that look in your eyes. If the wings fall off this love, you know I won't survive. I'll just skydive. When it comes down to loving you, there's no parachute. Well, I'm tethered to you, baby, so we're going down together. We'll weather whatever is thrown our way. 'Cause I can't fight these feelings of falling like this. I don't know what it is, but I know one thing. I get high off that look in your eyes. If the wings fall off this love, you know I won't survive. I'll just skydive. When it comes down to loving you, there's no parachute. I get high off that look in your eyes. If the wings fall off this love, you know I won't survive. Yeah, I get high off that look in your eyes. If the wings fall off this love, you know I won't survive. I'll just skydive. When it comes down to loving you, but there's no parachute.
That is,
Gosh, that's
wow,
my favorite
man.
song of yours.
That is so
Gosh,
cool.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
awesome.
much.
Doesn't he sing with such emotion?
I love it, man. That is really cool.
Yeah, I was
Really
like
awesome.
feeling that. I was like, "Who is this
Yeah.
about?" I know you're not going to tell us. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I actually, it's a funny story about that song. I wrote it with my buddy Matt Bell, who I met through the workshop. That's actually the newest song that I've written so far. And it's also the first song that I ever wrote via text message.
Really? Wow.
So who would have thought that you could write a song via text message?
Yeah.
We
But
did. He
Adam
was just
McPhaill.
like texting me ideas, and I was like sending him voice notes, and we wrote it over text message.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh! The next time Jordan and I write a song together in the same room, we're just gonna text
Yeah.
each other. I want to see if it can be that good.
Oh,
It
Lord.
was crazy. I was like, I can't even believe this just
Yeah,
happened.
this is
That is
new
so
tip. Y'all heard
amazing.
it here first. Text a song.
Yeah, that is so cool, man. It's
Yeah.
so awesome. So how can everybody find your music online?
Yeah, so all social media, you can look me up, Adam Mac Music, and then on Reverb Nation, I have a lot of songs up right now, and you can just search Adam McPhaill on Reverb Nation
Yeah.
as well.
Awesome,
And you
so
got
cool.
an album coming out when?
I do, yeah. The album coming out next summer, so I'm like
Yes.
super stoked
Yeah.
about it. So look
Yeah,
for it
Alright.
on iTunes.
we will be looking for it on iTunes. And I can't help but ask you. I like tattoos. Jordan does. You know, he's got a lot.
Yeah.
I see like your tattoo right here.
Yeah,
Like what?
yeah.
What inspired you to get that?
Yeah, so it's actually for my best friend. She passed away our senior year of high school. And so that I kind of got that as just, a remembrance of her, and it helps me, you see it and you just know to be stronger. And so, yeah,
Oh,
that's
that's awesome. I'm not asking you to flash the whole world here, but what is it exactly?
Yeah, no, it says it's got her initials on it. It's a three-leaf clover because both of our last names are Mick, and so we were just like, oh, we're Scottish.
Yeah.
But who knows? I don't even know. It was just silly. And so it's got our initials, and it says only God knows why. And
Wow.
That's interesting. I just wanted to ask that. Just,
Yeah.
I feel like it helps us to get to know you, and that's cool that you would share that. I know it's real personal to you, so thanks.
Yeah.
Well, enjoyed hearing you play. Thanks again for coming out and
Amazing.
making time for
Definitely
us.
amazing.
Thank
Yeah,
y'all
that's
so
awesome.
much for having me.
Yeah.
Anytime.
So y'all look out for great things from our buddy Adam McPhaill and Jordan Carter. And I appreciate you watching Dream Chasers Nashville. Please follow our company online, Carter Family Entertainment. And if you have any suggestions, we love your ideas or opinions. Reach out to us through social media. Let us know if there's a good event coming up or just a superstar in the making like Adam, who we just have to interview. And I want to thank one of our sponsors, Daisy Alexandria Designs, for the beautiful jewelry she provides. I'm lucky enough to wear it. So we'll look for us next time, and keep chasing your dreams.